The federal government on Thursday approved the request by the United States of America for suspended commander of the Police Intelligence Response Team, Deputy Commissioner of Police DCP ABBA KYARI, to be extradited over the $1.1 million wire fraud perpetrated by Abbas Rahman, also known as Hush Puppy, and four others. Government's approval was made known by the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami's son when he filed an application before the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court in Abuja for KYARI's extradition. The application marked FHC/ABJ/CS/249/2022 was filed under the Extradition Act. The AGF said the application followed a request by the diplomatic representative of the U.S. Embassy in Abuja. The request is for the surrender of Abba Alhaji KYARI, who is a subject in a superseding 3-count indictment. The Attorney General of the Federation said he was satisfied that the offense in respect of which KYARI's surrender is not political, nor it is trivial. The AGF also expressed satisfaction that the request for the surrender of KYARI was not made to persecute or punish him on account of his race, religion, nationality, or political opinions, but in good faith and are in the interest of justice. He said, KYARI, if surrendered, will not be prejudiced at his trial and will not be punished, detained, or restricted in his personal liberty by reason of his race, nationality, or political opinions. The AGF said, having regard to all the circumstances in which the offense was committed, it was not to be unjust or oppressive or be too severe a punishment to surrender him. Malami said he was also satisfied that KYARI has been accused of the offense for which his surrender is sought. He noted that there was no criminal proceeding pending against KYARI in Nigeria for the same offense. Recalled that in April 2021, a jury filed an indictment against KYARI with the approval of the U.S. District Court and demanded KYARI stand trial for conspiracy to commit wire fraud, money laundering, and identity theft. Consequently, the U.S. Embassy requested for KYARI's extradition, saying, on April 29, 2021, based on the indictment filed by the grand jury and with the approval of the United States District Court for the Central District of California, a deputy clerk of the court issued a warrant of arrest for KYARI. The arrest warrant remains valid and executable to apprehend KYARI for the crimes with which he is charged in the indictment. KYARI is wanted to stand trial in the United States for conspiracy to commit wire fraud and money laundering and identity theft. KYARI is the subject of an indictment in case number 221 CR 00203, also referred to as 2-21 MJ 00760 and 2-21 CR 00203 ROGK, filed April 29, 2021 in the United States District for the Central District of California. KYARI was accused of conspiring with a United Arab Emirates UAE-based Nigerian Ramon Abbas, also known as Hush Puppy, to commit the crime. The charges against KYARI reads, Count 1, conspiracy to commit wire fraud in violation of Title 18 United States Code, Section 1349, carrying a minimum term of imprisonment of 20 years. Count 2, conspiracy to commit money laundering in violation of Title 18 United States Code, Section 1956H, carrying a minimum term of imprisonment of 20 years. Count 3, aggravated identity theft and aiding and abetting that offense in violation of Title 18 United States Code, Section 1028A, A of 1 and 2A, carrying a minimum term of imprisonment of 2 years. Finally, the federal government, they've bowed to pressure, and they've approved the request by the United States government to get ABBA KYARI extradited. We know that it was the same Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, who was saying that ABBA KYARI cannot just be taken out like that. Due process is going to be followed. But let's not forget that the U.S. government did not give up. They followed this squarely, and they've been putting pressure on the federal government of Nigeria. Also, there was a time that the U.S. government stated that it appears that Nigeria's government, they are covering ABBA KYARI. They don't want him extradited, and it looks like they have hands in this. After much pressure, the Attorney General of the Federation has just revealed right now that they've approved the extradition of ABBA KYARI, and also that they are satisfied for the reasons of extradition, the reasons behind the extradition request, and also that reasons for the extradition request are not political. And he's also stated that it will not be unjust or oppressive to surrender KYARI. As against what some Northerners have been kicking against and fighting against, that even ABBA KYARI should be reinstated. They did their own interrogation and their own investigation in Nigeria, and to them, they said ABBA KYARI's hands were clean, that he was not part of the fraud. But that is still not enough for the United States. They still want to do their own. ABBA KYARI needs to answer questions. The way it all started, ABBA KYARI so far has given two versions of what transpired between him and Hush Puppy. The first one was that it was a tailored relationship he had with with Hush Puppy. And the next one, he deleted that statement not long after he put it up, and he put up another statement that he was just there to help Hush Puppy recover debts owed to him. And that was one thing that raised suspicion, a lot of suspicion, that why are the statements changing? It should stick to one thing. Why is it changing? And also, why is the federal government afraid of surrendering ABBA KYARI to the United States government if they truly believe that his hands are clean? If his hands are clean, then they should let him go. It was also not long ago that another allegation rose up against the same ABBA KYARI, the NDLEA one. That one is still there. It's still on his head. Well, it's a good thing that the federal government, they finally approved the request for ABBA KYARI's extradition. When he goes there to the U.S., it will put everything to rest. When the U.S., they finish all of their investigations, if his hands are clean, he's going to come back. But if his hands are not clean, the U.S. court, they've already given the minimum term, the consequences of the charges against him if they happen to be true, or if he's found guilty of them. One of them is 20 years imprisonment, and the other one 2 years imprisonment. That's the identity theft. Well, we'll see how all of this plays out. Leave us your take. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe. Till I come your way again with more updates. Bye.